Hello all and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We're now into week 2 of our lovely winter season. Now I've managed to obtain a few interesting quests for myself of things that I'd like to achieve. Now one of the main things that I'd like to do this week is to get at least one of the obelisks built on the farm. Preferably the desert one, because then I can teleport to the desert. Then the other thing I'd like to do is actually go out to see Robin and upgrade the remaining coop. Now, of course, I'm going to make a fat stack of cash today, because all of my wine, well, not all of it, but a good chunk of that wine there is now ready. So that's going to be a lot more valuable. We've also got some ancient fruit wine there. We've got some star fruit wine, and we've also got some mead, which is now aged. Now, interestingly enough, I have a friend who makes mead, and he has actually aged some of the mead he gave to me. It was aged about 9 months, and my goodness, it makes a difference. I never actually anticipated how much of a flavour difference there actually is. It goes from almost like a weird mix of a white wine and what was the thing I thought it tasted of? It was like a strange, like fortified white wine, and then it went to like much more of a smell and taste of cherries. Not cherries, but sherry, like the spirit drink. Oh man, it's absolutely bonkers. Don't know how he did it. It's just absolutely fantastic. And he's doing some berry, like mixed berries with mead mixtures, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what madness he comes up with this year. Because yeah, mead, it's amazing. So as we can see, we've got into our lovely greenhouse here. We've got a little bit that needs organising, but we'll get on with that very shortly. Now, one of the things that I do need to organise as well whilst I'm rampaging around in here is to just make sure everything is prepared and ready. Now, I'm debating whether do I have any ancient fruit seeds? I probably don't have any ancient fruit seeds to plant some more in, but at the same time, it's not too much of a problem because I'll just slap starfruit seeds in. Just, get that done. There we go. So that's nice and planted. I do want to have entirely ancient fruit in here at some point soon enough, but that may be a little while off. I'm also debating whether I plant more trees in here because I've got a few trees in, but how many more I could fit in reasonably is the next question. Now, of course, I can see that then I've got some oak resin over here to quickly go and grab. And thankfully, the trees themselves all are ready at the same time, because that's a major important thing for me, because it makes my life easier. Now, as we can see, I've got quite a few cooking recipes that I've not yet done, and have I not done bread? Oh, good grief, that's horrifying. Well, I've got lots more that I need to work through because, of course, I want to make sure that I have everything completed. And food isn't too much of a problem. Okay, the Festival of Ice has begun outside Marnie's ranch. Okay, so I better sort most of this out for the time being, just to ensure that everything is deposited and in a sensible and logical place, so that I can go down and participate in the fishing competition that is essentially the Festival of Ice. There's not a huge amount to do in it, sadly. It's not my most favourite. It's not the most exciting, sadly. However, there are a few items that I'll be able to purchase from the shop, which would be nice. And we'll see how well that goes. Because, of course, I would very much like to purchase some of the artwork that comes up. I think they've got, like, drapes and what are they called? Like, general tapestry-type looking things. So that'd be kind of nice. So we'll just quickly slap this mad nonsense down. Okay. Let's see. So, nothing exciting there. Nothing super difficult there. And here we go. Here's our little piggy shop of things. So what we're going to purchase? Well, I'm going to purchase an icy rug, I think. No food items that look particularly exciting, sadly. Which is a shame, because that'd be nice. That would be helpful. But let's see what other random stuff that we've got that might be good here. Well, not a huge amount. Sailor and V. Well, it's time to catch some fish, methinks. And let's see what we can catch. So we need to catch as many as possible in the shortest time. We have, what, about a minute 40, I think, is it? Or minute 50? Weird random time allocations. Actually, I don't know. 1 minute 40, that's 100 seconds, isn't it? Oh no, it is actually 2 minutes. Either way, I wasn't sure. Curious to see. Now, let's just catch this one. That's nice and easy. Wonderful stuff. And let's see what we can do. Because again, the more stuff that we can catch, the better. And yeah, that's the big thing, is the more that we can catch, the easier it is to win the award. I can't remember what you actually win for doing this one, but we'll see. It's very much of a thing, so not entirely sure. Maybe we'll get something exciting. What? I don't know, though. Let's have a look. Well, we've still got a minute to catch. We've got 3 so far. We'll see how many more we can actually catch, so that's good. But again, we do need more of them. Now, it kind of is the next question after this is, what other things do I want to achieve in this week of gameplay? So I should probably check in the town and see if there are any more quests on the notice board. Which might be a big important thing. And I think one of the things I should also do is actually go to Ginger Island and actually see what's going on. And yeah, if I can see with anything on the Ginger Island, I'm sure I've got a bunch of fruit and veg to harvest there, so that's going to be an important money spinner in of itself. Now, the trade-off with Ginger Island is, of course, I can't build anything there, so I can't put a Junimo hut on the island, whereas that's another thing that I do need to purchase a couple of, is Junimo huts, because I would like to have it so that I can have a decent amount of crops manipulated and harvested for me by the Junimos. Of course, that means that I do need to go and visit the Ginger Island more regularly. But again, if I can get the teleport beacons between the two, that's going to save so much time. And once I've got I think the Ginger Island one takes quite an investment of resources. It takes some dragon fangs, and I don't think I've only got, I think I've got maybe 4 of them. I'm not honestly sure how many of those I actually need. But at the same time, once I get them, that will be good. So there are the 4 main ones. You've got mountains, beach, desert, and Ginger Island. And the warp totems obviously are used up on use, but the obelisks themselves are permanent. But you can't carry them with you, which is, you know, kind of a thing. At the same time, I should probably purchase the return scepter from Krobus, which I believe is something like 2 million. And once I've purchased that, then I'll be able to teleport back to the farm. So it's kind of, what do I want to get more and more quickly? And actually, I don't think I've ever owned the return scepter, so yeah, that might actually be something to try and get a hold of more rapidly. It might be more useful. Okay, so I've got all my beer is ready, so I think I should start brewing up some more starfruit wine. Now, I am painfully aware that I am going to need the starfruit themselves for making the Junimo huts. But again, that's not the end of the world. It shouldn't be too much of a problem to actually make. I believe there are, I need, is it 9 or 10 starfruit? I think it's 10. I need a bunch of fibre and some stone. So again, not too difficult, and they're not too expensive. It's just making sure that I have a decent layout around them. So we'll give it a go. Alrighty, so we've got some more starfruit wine that's ready. So I should probably start making some more basic fruit wines whilst I'm using the starfruit to make Junimo huts. I want at least 2. And that'll probably be good. And yeah, let's get this stuff going. So we're going to grab ourselves all of this maple syrup. That's lovely. And we've still got all the stuff to grab out of the fishing ponds. And I've done most of the fishing things. There's still a few fish that I need to obtain. So that's kind of a big one. Now, one of the things that will be helpful with having Junimo huts is that I can get them to harvest everything and just essentially just leave the farm here to its own devices, particularly if I plant a bunch of crops that are essentially designed to be continual harvesters, such as things like the eggplants, strawberries, you know, that sort of stuff. Again, however, they're not the most valuable ones, such as the cauliflower, which is a lot more valuable. But one of the other things I need to start looking at is improving the radius spray of the iridium sprinklers by getting the nozzle attachments. Because again, that will mean there'll be less area that is taken up and interfered with by the nozzles. The question really comes from the mountain farm that I've got. It's not as efficient as other farming layouts are for pure money. Now, I will freely admit, I only chose this one because it's one that I've never done before. I've never played this particular one. I've really enjoyed like the beach one. Again, limited, but, you know, quite good fun. However, I do need to really figure out where's going to be a good place to start slapping down these Junimo huts as well. Anyway, right, time for bed. And let's have a look. So we're on day 9. So nice and easy on this one. Okay. So we're going to water these. That's enough. And we will sort out this bit. So let's see. We'll quickly water these. I'm sure there might be something else that's ready to be harvested. There we go. So we've got some more starfruit wine that's aged that we need to sort out as well. Now, I know I've got so much starfruit wine in here. I could probably get rid of some of it, to be fair. I might sell a bunch of the wine because I don't really need all of it. I mean, it's quite a lot, to be very fair. And, yeah, I think it wouldn't hurt for me to actually organise that better. But that's just my thought on that one. Righty. So we'll quickly deposit the wine here that I don't need, because that's kind of an important one there. And figure that out from there. So let's slap that down here. And go from there. So you fed some of the animals. That's nice. Thank you very much, Haley. It's quite adorable, and I know I wax lyrical about her at the moment because I'm just genuinely impressed by how much nicer she is than I thought. And I think that's quite sweet, though, really. How actually kind and useful she is. And what she's actually been able to do for us, essentially. So, we'll just quickly sell out this here. We'll harvest these, that's not a problem. And off we trot. Okay. Anything else we've got here? So we'll slap some more of these seeds down, as I'm sure there's a few things that I'm going to need. Now, of course, I still want to try and improve general friendships with a few of the characters, as I still haven't really done much with Sandy yet, which is a shame, but I do want to try to improve relations with her. And once I've improved general friendship relationships with Sandy, that'll be kind of good, really. I guess the next question is, who next? Because there are still quite a few other characters that need their relationship to be improved. Who, though? Don't know. Let's see. What else do we want? Okay. So we'll quickly pop this here. We'll add a few more in. Now, I realise that I've put these iridium sprinklers too close to one another because there's a bit of an overlap, and I'll live. It's not the end of the world. But still slightly annoying. Righty, off we go. Now, let's pop this here and get all of these done. Okay. So, I'm going to grab these bits of mayonnaise that we've actually already generated previously, which is good, and we'll just sell those. Again, quite handy, so extra cash money's always nice. But what next? Let's just quickly throw that egg there. My goodness, my inventory is quite full, and I really need to sort that out. Okay. So we'll actually sort all of that out. And go from there. So we've got lots of stuff that I don't need. I'm going to hold on to the crocus because I know that Sandy likes crocuses. She likes a lot of the flowers from Stardew Valley, so things like the fact that she likes the crocus is quite a nice, useful one, considering I just managed to harvest it. So that's quite useful. And, yeah. Off we go. Really, more than anything, I just need to make sure I carry enough useful stuff over to Sandy on the in the desert. Speak to her there, give her the gift, blah, blah, blah. And then run back from the desert, because I only need to be there as a temporary quick thing, really. I'm just going to the desert to go visit her, buy some more starfruit seeds, and then once I've done that, is go to Ginger Island today. I think that's going to be a very important thing. And, yeah, that'd be very handy. So let's see. So what are we going to do? Anything else I need to take with me to the island? Nothing that sort of like reminds me of anything that needs to be dealt with or done. That's fine. And let's head on over to the desert. So we've got a quick journey to visit Pam. That's hunky-dory. So, come on then, Pam. Let's travel. We have things that we need to do. Okay. So, I do also want to try and sort out a couple of things whilst I'm here, because I should probably have a look and see what the desert trader has in their inventory. I always forget if they have anything particularly useful. Would be kind of interesting. Yeah, I should probably have a quick look. And let's see. Yeah, there. That's lovely. Anything else? So I should probably buy a good 100 starfruit seeds at least, because I'm going to need them. And heck, if I head over to Ginger Island, I can always slap them down there if needs be, just because they'll grow there, because they'll grow anywhere. Well, anything will grow on Ginger Island at any time of year, which is great. That means that I can, once I get the, what's it called? The list of additional, like the additional list of items that you can purchase from Pierre's shop, so essentially giving him access to the seeds all year, that will mean that I will be able to quite easily plant anything I want, whenever, wherever, and actually essentially keep production of crops constant. Now, there'll be a level of point where it'll be purely for money, which is trying to get as much money so I can purchase things like the golden clock and all of those things. But really, a lot of it is going to be it's for cooking ingredient requirements. And there are quite a few, because I should probably kind of come up with a general list of... I can look through like and see which ones I haven't cooked, but I should probably sort of like almost make a tally chart of things that I need to make things and stuff. Now, artifact troves, I did remember one of my friends actually messaged me the other day and said to me that you were ranting about trying to get the golden mask, and you can find them in artifact troves. So I had a few Omnigeodes lying around. They're not super useful really to me at the moment. They're just going to cost me money to open. So I might as well exchange them for artifact troves, which, yeah, you still have to have them opened by Clint, but it's still helpful. It means that I can actually get stuff really done and generally organised. And that's kind of what I want, because that way I can try and get better results, really. I think the artifact trove also has a few other random things that it can drop for you. I think it can also give the disc that I need, which, you know, that's kind of useful. But it's an important one. I want to get it. I know full well that it's not as like hypothetically quite as valuable as selling the geodes and all sorts of breaking them open and getting stuff out. But that's not what I'm after. I'm genuinely just after the 2 remaining artifacts that I haven't got. Because once they're done, then I will be a happy man. So, now it's nearly 3 o'clock. We're going to head over to Ginger Island and we will grab and see what we can get from the island. I'm sure it must have an absurd amount of fruit and veg that's ready to harvest now. I wouldn't be surprised if all my pineapples are ready to harvest. I've got some grapes on the island, I think. And what I'll probably end up doing is bringing a bunch back to the home, but also taking a bunch, selling a bunch while I'm there. Because that's probably not going to be a terrible thing to do. Okay. Now, one of the other things that I do know is that I'm going to need to get a lot more iridium, predominantly for the warp totem obelisks, because they are quite expensive in iridium to actually make. And that's going to be a big thing for me. I need to make sure I have desert obelisks all sorted. Here we go. Goodness gracious, look at all those pumpkins, all those pineapples. Loads is ready to be sold. So we're going to sell a bunch of stuff that I don't need right now. And I'm going to then try to make as many as feasibly possible. So I'm going to harvest all of this stuff here. And once that's harvested, then I will... What do I sell and what do I keep? That's going to be the question, isn't it? Yeah. Huh. So yeah, I'm going to try and get as many of them as possible. And try and just generally see how much what needs selling. So yeah, I'm going to cut down all these trees because, again, need some wood, need to be able to make things. Because one of the things that I still want to make is to make more of those preserve jars. And yeah, that would be quite helpful. And again, I need lots of coal for it. I'll need stone, I'll need wood. And there's a lot of wood that I've been planting, so it'll be kind of helpful if I can get that all sorted. Again, though, I've got lots of inventory that's fully spaced out by all of these grapes, so let's sell all of those. Let's just sort that out. Okay, so we're going to cut this tree down as well. That's fine. And now let's get harvesting of these pumpkins. Now, one of the things I'm also thinking about is preserve jarring all of the pumpkins, because again, pickled pumpkins, again, it's a good high value transformation for it, which will be good. That's kind of what we need. But we've also got all those pineapples to do. I think I should just fling those in the, what's it called, into the vending box, whatever it's called, that thing. I'm doing so good at words, I really am. And as well as that, I'm going to try and fling all these cranberries in. I think what I will do is sell anything that is a silver, gold, or iridium one. And then keep the base level ones for turning into... what's the word called? Food products. Again, for some reason, my brain is just ticking over. This is what I get for... I've just spent the last hour and a half doing a bunch of Duolingo stuff. So, at the moment, for those who, you know, may be interesting, I speak reasonably fluent German. I have a B2 qualification in the language. But I like to use Duolingo just to keep hearing it and just making sure I'm, you know, staying on form, and occasionally it just helps me with my spelling and my grammar, because I'm dyslexic and I find my grammar is pretty shocking. But, like a moron, I've decided to try and learn Dutch, as well as relearn what I did during my GCSE in Japanese. So, yes, I've got a slight advantage in that I vaguely remember most of the hiragana and katakana, but my goodness, does my brain just melt. And because of that, some of the words that I'm trying to think of and articulate are coming out in German in my head, and I can go, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm thinking of in German, not in English. And this, thankfully, I haven't quite got to that point with either Dutch or Japanese yet. When that happens, that's going to fuddle my brain something real hard. Goodness. I mean, it'll be a fun occasion to actually have occur, but it is going to make me want to cry a little bit. So I do genuinely feel for those out there who are polyglots, because I get fuddled with 2 and a bit languages. So, God, must be an absolute piggin nightmare for multiple. Especially when you get, like, in the UK at least, we've got a comedian called Henning Wehn, and he's German, and he's very funny. I find him an entertaining character. I've seen some of his stand-up, and yes, he doesn't fit the same bill of my general sense of humour, which is a lot darker, but I still think he's a fantastic comedian. And to be able to deliver comedy in your not native tongue, and as a German, where the stereotype is that Germans don't have a sense of humour, phenomenal. Righty. So I'm going to harvest all of these. So now the fairy roses I'm going to hold on to. Now, the trouble with fairy roses, of course, there are 3 different qualities of the damn things, and a multitude of different colours. I think there's like, what, 4 different shades, 3 different quality levels, 4 if you include iridium, which I haven't got any of. It's just going to be an absolute pig and nightmare. However, it will be very handy, because I'm going to take them back, use diamonds, and turn them into fairy dust, which I can then throw stuff in and get stuff done. Because being able to high speed things like the what's it called? Like the kegs, the aging kegs will be really, really handy. One of the things I'm sort of curious about is if I can get some more crystallariums, because if I can get more of those, I can essentially generate more diamonds, which then, if I'm generating, what, a diamond a week, I think, is it? Is the sort of the rate that it does it? And then coming out with the fairy dust, and then actually being able to just fling it on to get a little bit more money quickly. And that's kind of what I need. Just improved high-value cash monies, which would be great. So, you know, it's kind of what I want. So, let's see. We're going to grab this taro root. Again, I'm going to keep a little bit of it. I'm going to sell most of it, though, because I don't really need to not have it. So, I think I've cooked with the taro root, but I can't remember if I have. Would be kind of handy. Right, so we're going to cut down a few more trees. I'm still looking for artifact spots. As stupid as it'll sound, I'm still looking for an artifact spot on this part of the island, in combination with the other thing that I need, or the ginger root from here as well. But the issue I have with the artifact spots is that I need it to try to get the snake vertebrae, and I've still not been able to find one. Now, my other quandary as well is with ginger, are there any easy ways of actually obtaining it? Because, yeah, I'm going to need 100 of it, and it's a forageable item. It's not a regular easy thing to get. So, I need to figure that one out. Now, I know that I've already completed the cursed shipping stuff from the island ingredients. I did it with the taro root, which wasn't too bad. It was a bit of a stressful thing towards the end, but I've done it, and that gave me the solar panel recipe. So doing it again, I think, just gives you another solar panel recipe. But there's not that many places that have it, really. Yeah, other than just, like, murdering the heck out of tiger slimes, I guess. I mean, I guess the other option is I just go bring my butt over to Ginger Island almost, like, every day and just try to find some. I guess that's the closest thing that I can sort of achieve. I mean, if anyone's got any ideas on rapidly gaining ginger, that would be great, because that would be really handy to get. But of course, the other thing is, I just want to make sure I get everything sorted and make money. Making all the bank. That's my big jam. However, it looks like I'm going to then need to go into the mines later on. And I'm going to have to burn my way through as fast as possible as part of working my way through with the Mr. Key quest line again. Well, because I want all those key gems plus radioactive ore, and that's essentially the big reason I've done it, is because I don't have any radioactive bars yet. At the same time, it's feeling a little bit Fallouty, really. A little concerning, you know, going around grabbing radioactive materials and risking one's own health. But yeah, you do you, boo. I guess the walrus is secretly immune to ionizing radiation. Fair play, though. It's a gift that I would be not too upset to have, unless I needed radiotherapy. Then that would be a real bugger. So let's just quickly deposit anything in here that I don't need right now. Right, well, let's grab these diamonds. We'll just pop the coconut in there for now, and then let's make as much fairy dust as we can physically make. There we go, that's all those done. Cool, so we've now got a swath more. I'll take the diamonds back with me to Ginger Island, I think, and just use them there. But at the same time, any diamonds I get from now on, I kind of need to hold on to, because those will be handy for turning into fairy dust. At the same time, though, the flowers are going to be handy. And the more of them I can get my hands on, the faster and easier this entire mess is going to be. There we go. So yeah, 120 in the mines. It shouldn't be impossible to do. It's just going to be a little bit of a trek. Don't Do I need to sell any of this? No, I'll hold on to the warp totem to the farm, because being able to teleport home is real handy, thanks. Right, let's just open up the shed. Oh, we've got more stuff to put in here. Let's put some pumpkins in for pumpkin juice. Again, high value, and it does produce juice faster than it does produce wine. But the pumpkins I'd rather have as preserves. I believe it's actually it's less valuable as the pickles, than it is as a juice. But the advantage of the preserve jar is that it does preserve them faster. So, little trade-off there. So, we are coming towards the end of our traipse through today. So I will start my general preamble nonsense, but I would like to say thank you very much for tuning in. Obviously, hopefully you've enjoyed today's random mad ramblings. Put all the tarot in the fridge, get in there. And if you know of anyone else who would enjoy listening to me ramble about random stuff and maybe just chill out listening to me talking about pointless nonsense, please do share it with them. And again, if you have any ideas of topics, even if you just want me to talk nonsense about a particular topic because you just want to hear me talk, go for it. I'm always open to suggestions and see what people want me to do. It'd be fun. But that's that, and please do like, share and subscribe, and once again we'll hopefully catch you again the next time the Walrus plays Stardew Valley.